What happened to young Thugg in prison? Why he appears in court after his Atlanta arrest. Prosecutors allege in a lengthy indictment that rappers Young Thugg and Gunna, along with 26 other individuals, co-founded a violent street gang in Atlanta that was responsible for multiple homicides, shootings, and carjackings over approximately 10 years. The gang also promoted its activities in songs and on social media, according to the allegations made in the indictment. Well, there's a lot more to the story, so welcome back to Celebs in Jail, and let's dive right into the details of this case, everybody. Young Thugg, whose given name is Jeffery Lamar Williams, collaborated with Childish Gambino on the song This Is America, which became the first hip-hop song to win the Grammy Award for Song of the Year in 2019. This Is America also made history when it was released in 2019. Prosecutors in Fulton County claim that he and two other people established Young Slime Life in late 2012. This is a violent criminal street gang that is generally referred to as YSL and is associated with the Bloods group on a national level. King Slime is writing rhymes even though Young Thugg, Gunna, and many other members of Young Stoner Life are currently incarcerated due to RICO charges. B Slime, his nephew and a YSL signee, released a video on Instagram on Thursday showing him conversing with Thugg over the phone. Thugg performed a freestyle rap while on the phone, in which he discusses time spent in jail thus far, missing his family, and having thoughts of ending his life. The rapper, who went by the name Hot, rapped, "I'm just sitting here in my cell like, damn, I'm really in jail. God, give me another chance to prove you I can prevail. I can put my arms from wall to wall inside this tiny-ass cell." After that, he said, "I tried to cry, but there ain't nothing left. I gave some thought to ending my own life. This jail has the highest suicide rate in the country." However, let us not lose sight of the fact that this is not the afterlife. Despite the RICO charges, fellow YSL member Gunna wrote an open letter to fans earlier this week in which he asserted his innocence and stated that 2022 has been one of the best years of his life. At the New York City hip-hop festival known as Summer Jam, Thugg delivered a message to the audience and pleaded with them to sign the Rap Music on Trial Protect Black Art petition. This petition was conceived of by Kevin Liles, the CEO of 300 Entertainment, and Julie Greenwald, the COO of Atlantic Records. Thugg shared his message with the crowd during the event. It recommends that lyrics from rappers should not be able to be presented as evidence in court and contends that this kind of thing only happens in rap and not in other genres where there are fewer black performers. In addition, it claims that this kind of thing only happens in rap. A judge in the Superior Court has decided not to grant bonds for either Young Thugg or Gunna, and their trial is scheduled to begin in January 2023. Due to the 56-round indictment that Fani Willis, the district attorney for Fulton County in Georgia, has brought against Young Thugg, Gunna, and members of the Young Stoner Life imprint, she has come under fire and received threats. Even though it has not come from actual members of YSL, she has been receiving threats regularly from followers of the company. A motion was submitted to the court by the district attorney in which it was stated that the gang has a history of intimidating witnesses. The motion also made reference to an incident that was detailed in the indictment in which a member of the gang named Christian Eppinger is accused of attempting to murder two Atlanta police officers. A member of the family of one of the defendants, Quartavius Mender, was just recently detained and charged with making threats against the sheriff of Fulton County, Pat Labatt, and his wife. This is one of the reasons that the motion contends that law enforcement officers are potentially in danger. On the sheriff's social media profile, Mr. Mender allegedly wrote, #FreeThugg, or I'ma shoot you and your wife, and I'ma assassinate you, referencing a hashtag that admirers of Young Thugg have used in online criticism of the prosecutor's case. The motion states that Mr. Mender made these threats. Willis claims that numerous members of the YSL gang collaborated to murder Donovan Thomas, a member of an opposing group, in the year 2015. The indictment states that a couple weeks after Thomas was killed, Young Thugg went on social media and posted videos about the crime. It was determined that some of the YSL associates were the owners of the rented car that was utilized in the murders. At a press conference, Willis said, "Very shortly after becoming the DA, I sat down with Mr. Thomas's mother, and I made her a promise that her son was as valuable as any other person in our community, and that I would put resources on this case and do everything I could to make sure that her son had justice." Young Thugg and the boss of the Sex Money Murder Gang are accused of having talks in which it was said that sacrifices must be made and troops must fall for the war to be won. This allegation is made in the indictment. According to him, gangs are tied to a significant portion of the city's criminal issues. Young Thugg announced that, "My number one goal is tackling gangs. They are responsible for between 75 and 80% of all the violent crime that we are witnessing in our town, and as a result, they have to be eradicated from our neighborhood. According to the indictment, alleged members of the YSL gang have been charged with multiple counts of attempted murder stemming from shootings, as well as charges stemming from armed robberies and the sale of illegal drugs. Additionally, the young men have been accused of discussing much of it on social media. The indictment included photographs that depicted suspected members of the YSL gang, as well as associates brandishing guns and signs that signaled the initials YSL. Some of them got the letters tattooed on their bodies. One man had YSL written across his forehead in the form of a tattoo. Willis claims that 3 of the accused YSL members were already detained in the Fulton County Jail, including Christian Eppinger, who was taken into custody earlier this year for allegedly shooting an Atlanta police officer multiple times while the officer was attempting to arrest him. According to Willis, 10 of the males that have been named in the indictment had already been arrested, and an additional 3 had been taken into custody as of Monday night. Also, according to her, additional arrests will take place on Tuesday and during the next week, with a focus on the 28 people who are named in the YSL indictment. Willis claims it does not matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, and certainly if those crimes are in furtherance of a street gang, you're going to become a target and a focus of this district attorney's office. On Wednesday, Mr. Williams' attorney, Brian Steele, stated that their client has never intimidated or threatened any witness. He continued, "However, I cannot wait to receive the discovery so that we can continue our march towards clearing an innocent guy." The performer of Go Crazy let fans down with this piece of unfortunate information. On the other hand, his sister shared some encouraging words on her Instagram story this morning, writing, "Just left from seeing my brother Jeff. He's good, and we have wonderful news." It is probable that the exciting news is connected to the fact that Alex Gibney's Jigsaw Productions and Rolling Stone Films are collaborating on a documentary series and podcast about Young Thug, given this collaboration was revealed the previous month. A statement made by Mr. Steele in the past implied that YSL was not a street gang. The rapper, who was taken into custody on May 9th and was denied release, is currently being held at a facility just outside of Atlanta. Well, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. We sincerely hope you appreciated our video and enjoyed every second of it. Hey, if you have any comments for us, make sure you let us know down below in the comment space what your thoughts are about the case. And we will meet you soon with more updates as soon as they become available. Do you have any other further comments or questions about this case? Or do you have any other further feedback for us? Again, make sure you leave it down in the comment space below. We always love checking in with you, our viewers. And remember, without you, we wouldn't be able to update and upload new information for you all the time. So make sure you press that notification bell icon so you always stay up to date with all of our latest notifications. You'll be alerted when we have a new update on this particular case or any other videos you may want to check out on our channel. Hey, thanks for spending time out of your busy day with us today, and keep on supporting us. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and thanks for watching.